Did you know this is a power hold? There's actually some research that tells us if you were to hold your arms up for 5 minutes, it actually rewires you for 11:11. The time is 11:11. That's meant to happen. So I decided to record this video starting like this. As weird as it looks, let me give this a go. There's a lot of research that tells us this is a power movement. And you know, there are actually a lot of power poses, and most of them actually involves arms being up. Like even this pose, like arms being up. Or what other poses are there? Like this pose, right? These are all power poses, guys. And apparently if you do them, it rewires you for success. So I'm doing mine. But I'm sure you don't want to see me do that for 5 minutes. So if you're also finding yourself doing all of those things, just like many of us, not getting through your to-do list, not doing all the things that you actually planned, but instead you mindlessly scroll, then this video is going to teach you how to rewire that so quickly. Hi, my name is Shay. I'm a traditionally trained therapist. I now coach women who are at the beginning of their entrepreneurial journey, but they're just stuck with self-doubt and they've got a lot of procrastination going on. They're just not doing the things that is going to make the difference to their business. Don't worry, I've been in that group many of times and I know how it works. And so by the end of this video, what you're going to learn is this. 1, you're going to learn why you are procrastinating so much and why you are not getting on with your list. And 2, you're going to learn how to rewire that confidence and procrastination just like that. You know how people say, oh, I'm in a bad mood, or today is not a good day. And we beat ourselves up a lot, isn't it, about the things that we were supposed to do, but we have not done. So our confidence shrinks as we actually avoid doing the things. And I'm going to draw on the board in a minute to actually explain this a little bit better. But I am also going to run a little 3-minute exercise with you just to rewire this, just like this. And you can always come back to this video every time you find yourself crippled with self-doubt, procrastination, not getting on with the things that is actually going to make a difference in your business. And so I got you. Okay, so here is the vicious cycle you keep getting caught. This is really important to understand because once you understand, you will be able to make sense of all of your feelings of guilt, shame, feeling low, feeling less confident, feeling self-doubt, because you keep getting stuck in that vicious cycle, and you're going to learn exactly how in a minute. So we all have thoughts, right? So thoughts are the things that goes through our minds, okay? And then most of our thoughts cause a certain emotions within us. Okay, can you see that? Cool. Okay, sometimes these emotions can actually cause physical sensations. So this would be things like maybe feeling anxiety, your heart is beating too fast, or your breathing changes, okay? So I did not mention what emotions are. So emotions are usually the words we use to describe our mood. So it would be things like low, anxious, worried. Okay. And then what happens next is that the action. Okay, so action would be here. So they're all very much linked. Everything is very much linked, and I'm going to show you exactly what you are doing. Okay, so situation is that you have a plan in the morning that you want to get on with stuff. Get on with to-do list. Okay. Okay. And then the next thing is, what happens a lot of the time if you are a chronic procrastinator, your action is you start procrastinating, right? So you go on Instagram. So you maybe cook for tomorrow. So you maybe make a few phone calls. Make phone calls. You maybe do online shopping. Whatever it might be, that is actually taking you away from your to-do list. Okay, so and the time is ticking, tick, 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 tick. And then it comes the end of the day, middle of the day, and your thought starts kicking in. I haven't done anything. Okay. Maybe you have more self-beating thoughts like I did. I am useless. I'll never make anything out of myself. Or maybe I'll never reach my goals. Okay. Maybe you can't see that part a bit better. Cool. Okay, and many other thoughts that you might be saying to yourself. You might even have more self-beating thoughts. And then what happens next is that you start feeling probably all of those things, which was a coincidence that I've already written. Maybe you start feeling low. Maybe you start feeling a little bit anxious and worried, thinking, well, I have these dreams, I have these goals, and I'm never going to reach them. So this is me now, okay? So you possibly have been procrastinating all day, therefore you start feeling a lot of negative emotions. And so this is the vicious cycle you keep getting stuck in, okay? So it's a little bit kind of like a psychology terms I am using here. But really, don't think of this as like a psychological model. This is really how we operate as people. Like we have certain thoughts, okay? I should probably get different color pens. We have certain thoughts, which brings certain emotions, and then which brings certain physical sensations, and then which brings certain actions, and they're all linked. And this vicious cycle can start from anywhere. So you could be getting up in the morning and you have big plans, big dreams, you want to get on with your business idea, you want to actually make something happen today, and then the first thought that pops into your mind could be something like, well, you know, like last time I did this, I failed at it. Like, what makes me think that this time is going to be different? So this then sets the tone, okay? Because then if you have all these negative thoughts going through your mind, then you're going to start feeling low. Then you're going to start feeling anxious. Then you're probably going to start procrastinating. Do you see how it happens? And we want to get you out of this cycle. And the best way to get out of this cycle, I'll tell you. Well, the best way to get out of the cycle is action. And I just keep saying this all the time, because what tends to happen a lot of the time, what a lot of people are doing, is that they focus on thinking, reflecting, and talking. But if there is no action, nothing is going to change. This is why I created Commitment Code, because Commitment Code is all about taking action. So now the next part. You know how I told you right at the beginning that I was going to tell you a little bit about why you keep procrastinating. Procrastination is not laziness. A lot of people might kind of think of it as, oh, you know, you're just lazy, you just need to get on with it. But you and I both know it is just not that simple. You can't just get on with it. And the reason for it is a lot of the time, our nervous system is actually really stuck at a time where some of those beliefs that we have about ourselves, maybe it's that if I try, I'm going to fail. Or if I get too successful, I am going to lose the people around me. Or what is the point of never being good at anything? I am just not good enough. But it is often about your nervous system locked at a time where the beliefs were created. Maybe you had a difficult, painful experience, and so it makes sure that this particular thought and belief is never going to be triggered again, so that it comes up with all of those other things that are not on your to-do list, just so that it protects you. And I'm going to give you crazy value now. I'm going to do a short, almost a bit like a meditative experience, where you're going to be able to shift your mood just like this. If you find yourself scrolling, if you find yourself procrastinating, not doing the things that you know you should be doing, Come back to this, listen to this every time, because this is going to help you rewire. And how I said earlier, it is about taking action. We are actually going to be taking action, and we are going to do a little meditative experience together where everything is going to be rewired like this. Poof. Okay. So I'm going to turn the sound up. Not completely down. What I would like you to do, if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes and take a deep breath into your heart space. And hold, and then breathe out. Keep the breath out a little bit longer. Okay, let's do it again. Take a deep breath into your heart space. And hold, just really feel that it's going into your heart space and it's just opening up your heart. Okay, and then breathe out. And I want you to hear my words, that they are real, they're absolutely true. I want you to feel that my words coming through the speakers is absolutely true, because they are. I deserve all the abundance. I deserve all the abundance. I deserve to create my dream life. I deserve all the abundance and to create my dream life. I am worthy of every good thing. I am worthy of all the good things coming my way. I deserve all the good things coming to my way. Let's take another deep breath into your heart space. Hold, and then breathe out. I deserve all the abundance. And I know these words are true. And now I would like you to imagine yourself living your dream life. Create a little mind movie in your mind. What would it feel like to live the life that you deserve? What would it feel like to have the life you want? And see yourself achieving all of those goals with ease and with grace. Just see yourself that all of this is possible for you just as much as it is possible for everyone else. And just live that dream a little bit and notice that this is more than possible for you. Okay, let's take another deep breath into your heart space. And just feel the power of these words. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am lovable. I am courageous. I have what it takes. I can do it. I am doing it. I'm creating the life I want. Okay, let's take one more deep breath. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and come back to the space. And this is one way you can rewire yourself straight away. And you don't have to use these words. You can use other words that you resonate with more. If you have maybe more struggles with lovability, or if you have struggles with not being good enough, you could actually use words that's aligned with that. what I would suggest, you might want to record your own voice and do this and listen to this daily. And so this is to show, actually, you don't have to be stuck in any vicious cycle, where there is procrastination, where there is slow mood, where there is self-loathing. You can get yourself out of it just like this. So we've taken a little action through kind of meditative experience, but you could equally do something else. It's just all about taking action, changing something, doing something different. So if this is up your street and you find this kind of stuff really interesting, and you are a woman and you have business goals, business dreams, but you're just never really sure if you can get there, if you can achieve these, I have created a program called the Commitment Code, where I go in a lot more detail. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, I'd like to tell you that I really appreciate you for being here, for sticking with this, and I really hope that you found some value. All the regular stuff, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And I would like to extend an invite to you to my masterclass. Have a wonderful day.